How you guys doing? This is important in reference to history of entertainment and media and sports and other things. And these satellite controllers in their stupid game are trying to claim that they thought I was an unknown in everything. Like they thought nobody knows who I am. This satellite controller stares at me and has been hurting me and zapping me and terrorizing my life, claiming they didn't know who I am. These people have done this for decades. Do you understand that? Numerous years. Claiming they didn't know who I am. Now, obviously, they're not qualified to be in any position of looking at anybody and finding out what their identity is. Now, look on certified information or what it shows, how long they've had dates of my identity. This government man keeps trying to confuse me with somebody else, some criminal, and all kinds of stupid shit. And I've never been involved in that. I've never been arrested ever in my entire life. Because I'm not allowed to be arrested. Do you understand why? Because of who I am. That the government keeps trying to forget. As they're violating my life and status. It's illegal for government to pretend like they didn't know who I am. Because then they would try to search through my life and they'd try to rape me or they would try to murder me or they'd try to steal from me. That's one of the reasons why the government is not allowed to confuse my identity with anybody else. Fingerprints are very important in reference to documentation. Illegal investigations can get government people put on trial for the death penalty. Does everybody understand that? Reference to people investigating or trying to claim that they were investigating me when people should be investigating them for why they're playing stupid, claiming they didn't know who I am. And then they claim they didn't know who my parents are. Now, obviously, these people don't have a right being in government. You understand that? My parents owned property in pretty much all 50 states, right? Even in Washington, D.C. Big properties, big mansions. Usually the biggest mansions in every state was what it was. I'm not sure if that's what it is now, but look it up. Who owns the biggest mansion in Washington, D.C.? Was it owned by my parents? Look up the information. And in other cities and states. Who owned the biggest mansion in Texas? My father, right? Who owned the biggest mansion in Rhode Island? My father or mother? My grandparents? Most land? Strange, isn't it? The government keeps claiming they didn't know who I am. Now that's where you come into the idea or the subject of saying, well, if they don't know who he is, who are they? Then you'll say, who are these people claiming they didn't know who I am? Oh, wait a minute, they're foreigners. Well, wait a minute, they're Germans. Claiming they didn't know who somebody is. Well, obviously, since my parents was on the protection list, and my name's on the protection list, my identity is too. Protection from government, protection from thieves, protection from mutilators and dirty government and all blah, 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 all the different types of dirty people that try to play tricks. But these people claim to be working in certain branches of government, and yet the information is there of who I am and who my parents are, and my DNA is one of a kind. My parents' DNA was one of a kind, so they could not be confused with other people. So why are they being confused with other people? And of course, my mother and father played numerous movie roles, directed films, produced films, and the modeling industry, the fashion industry, the singing industry, music industry, and different types of genres of film and writing and producing, the cinematography. Pretty well known, Plus, my father and mother owned studios and casting offices, and my parents owned modeling agencies and talent agencies. Oh, the William Morris Agency said hello, I guess it was. And CAA said hello, and United Artists, I guess, said hello too. But there's other agencies. Somebody said Shirley said hello too. The Shirley Wilson Agency said hello. Hello in reference to Nancy Chavez, how you doing? Her daughter, how you doing? Friendly acknowledgments, you know. And in reference to other talent agencies, on a low, Timothy Fielding Photography, and other news networks or TV networks and studios. Hello, CNN, haven't received anything in the postal mail if you sent anything. Hello, Court TV, have not received anything from anywhere. Over here in Indianapolis, Indiana, I haven't received nothing. You know, in reference to the basics of human rights and the crimes of the harshness and abuses of satellite technology, it pretty much is a human rights violation from the get-go when they start even trying to use that shit. You know, that shit was outlawed back in the 60s, too. But anyways, in reference to, you know, it's something to elaborate on. The crimes of dirty satellite controllers claiming they didn't know who somebody is, claiming that they couldn't recognize something with a satellite, is what they try to say. So then they look real hard, like they're trying to destroy whatever they're looking at, trying to claim they were trying to recognize something. That's stupid as fuck. You get those people in court and ask them what they thought they could see from a satellite, but then they can't see things from a satellite, which they're just damaging things from satellites, claiming they were recognizing things from satellites, which all the information is already on record and who and what a person's identity is. Yeah, it's pretty stupid. Then they claim they're not the ones doing it, but then they're the only ones doing it because they're the ones with the satellites, or they're the ones trying to stalk people out in public with their government agencies. So those people need to get prosecuted too. And Screen Actors Union said hello, I guess. But you know, in reference to this situation, all the movie roles, all the TV roles, all the characters I played, male and female, in reference to characters that I performed as in movies, as an actress, as an actor, as a child celebrity, as a boy celebrity, and as a girl celebrity when I was little, has to be revealed. So nobody tries to steal my identity, so nobody tries to impersonate me, so nobody tries to play their game. And so the CIA or FBI doesn't try to impersonate one of my identities from me performing in movies or TV shows growing up, or music too, you know. Very important information. So all the types of characters that I've played in movies, you know, rich characters, middle class characters, poor class characters, whatever character I ever played in those films has to be revealed. Because this government man, and military movies too, if I was in any of those, I just say it like that so somebody else can mention the information. So because these satellite controllers claim that, and the government claims they don't know any of the movie roles I've been in. They always try to discount everything like it didn't exist, which is a violation of factual documentation of history. You know that, right? Yeah, my thumb still has that marking on it from the other day where when the skin got damaged on my thumb. But in reference to friends of mine, I've not seen any videos of celebrities that have made any videos that are friends of mine, or any sports friends in reference to the sports industries when I've been in sports. I've not even seen one. Not even one video. Not even one email. Well, somebody had said, what was it? It was on somebody on Instagram, or yeah, Instagram told me. Somebody on there told me that somebody had said something, and I wasn't able to find it or something. But anyways, people need to spread the word or something to get a message to me. But, you know, oh, and another thing, in reference to my parents owning mansions and property in all 50 states or in other cities and states, you know, if somebody lives down the street or next door to any of the properties, go ahead and make a YouTube video if you wanted to, saying, hey, I'm the next door neighbor over here, or hey, he owns these houses right down the street, or she, you know, his mother owned these houses, or his father owned these houses right down the street from us. You know, people need to make videos like that if they want to, or if they can. Because obviously law enforcement is not making the videos saying that they're protecting the properties from the thieves. You know, they don't enter into the properties. They're not supposed to, you know. But law enforcement is not even making any headway with this situation because the satellite men have still been terrorizing me. You know, I haven't received any letters from the Beverly Hills Police Department about me getting back to Beverly Hills to my mother and father's mansions. You know, I'm the owner of the properties forever. Nothing's ever for sale. Plus, my parents had a lot of rental property in Los Angeles. And, you know, me being held hostage in Indiana, my mother had a court cases against this situation and these hostage holders. That has to be revealed. All the information has to be revealed. And it's just total BS because, you know, these people are blocking me from having a girlfriend. But all these gay men that are terrorizing my life, they're all living with their gay relationships. But yet they're blocking me from living my life. Obviously, their gay relationships need to occupy more of their time and stay the hell out of my life. And this government man say, oh, he's got an investigation. What race are you? It even tells you it's illegal to do an investigation on me. The Treasury knows where my parents' money came from. This government man tries to make up false accusations like he thinks he's fucking psychic. And he's wrong about everything. And the man has to get prosecuted too. But these people are blocking me from living my life. They're cock blocking me on my life. They're road blocking me on my life. They're trying to play this poor man game, taking the rich boy from the rich life and putting him in the poor life. You know, some people make different decisions in education. Some people chose to choose a certain career or a certain lifestyle that they worked in. Some people was born into the rich class. No matter what, man, you don't have a right dictating my life. You have no right stealing my fucking money, claiming you wanted to be who I am. Because I don't want you to be who I am, because I'm proud of who I am. So you need to get prosecuted for claiming you wanted to be who I am, and whoever the hell else was allowing you to do these things, those people have to get prosecuted too. So back to the point of celebrities and entertainers that are friends of mine or that have known me, and you know, people that knew my parents. The fact that I'm still being held hostage is disgusting in reference to the government's bullshit. And I haven't received nothing from human rights or from anywhere, from any of the lawsuits, from any place. So in reference to the situation, people need to file more lawsuits every day against the government. And the activities of these government gay men holding me hostage, but yet they're living their relationships and their lives and careers, but they went AWOL on the guidelines of their career to try to steal from me. There is no position in government to steal from me. There's no position of government for them to be cock blocking me or blocking me from living my life. I'm supposed to be at my mother and father's mansions. So in reference to any city and state, if any law enforcement that wants to make any YouTube videos, say for instance one of the law enforcement agency might be down the street from, or you know, they might know where one of my mother or father's mansions are, you might want to make a YouTube video and say that, you know, that property is being protected and from government, from thieves. The IRS knows that my parents had no debts. Everything was paid for. There is no debts on nothing. And the IRS knows that there's so many lawsuits against political parties that murdered my parents. So, you know, that's pretty important and serious. And these government people trying to play their tricks, they need to get prosecuted. But back to the point of law enforcement. If law enforcement wants to make some videos, you know, where they've driven by one of my mother and father's mansions, or they stopped out in front and made a little picture or video saying, hey, we're protecting this property here from any government or anybody, you know, from thieves or people trying to hijack the land or the property. If cops want to do that, they can do that, you know. Just put it on YouTube or something. Or, you know, other people in neighborhoods that know where there's property at that my parents owned, or grandparents owned, or, you know, I'm the owner of everything, you know. So obviously need to go bigger with the publicity of things, because obviously things are not growing publicity-wise or publicly known information. And these people blocking me from having a girlfriend is attempts of murder. See, when a person doesn't have a girlfriend, they try to make up all kinds of shit on a person. So look at the information of all the shit they slandered my character with and see what the added situation would be. Like somebody would say, oh, they thought this, they thought that. Well, if he had a girlfriend, they wouldn't be saying that stupid shit. Well, if he had a girlfriend, they wouldn't be saying he was all by himself all the time. You know. Or if he was hanging out with, or if he was doing this type of movie or TV show, then they wouldn't be saying this other stupid shit, you know. If he was at his mother and father's mansions, he'd be a lot safer and have a lot more position of acknowledgments of being where he's supposed to be at instead of being out to sea, you know what I mean? Like somebody on a ship out in the ocean when they're supposed to be on land, you know what I mean? So in reference to the lies and tricks and scams of these dirty government people, look up the information of what somebody would say in reference to me hanging out with a person or spending time with a person that's a friend or a girlfriend or, you know, a friend or a girlfriend or, you know, acknowledgments of things. Nothing negative, not in reference to anybody trying to hurt me or trying to abuse me or trying to rape me or anything like that, you know. So look at the added information in reference to equations, and girlfriends have to go through background checks too. Hello, modeling agencies. I haven't received anything if anybody sent anything in the postal mail. You got to file charges against them for trying to murder me. If you tried to send me a contract for a modeling contract or a movie or something and these people stole it, it's attempted murder. Because my qualities are my qualities. These people trying to damage my teeth or trying to damage my looks, and they have damaged things, they're violating my career path in life. These people think that if I had a modeling contract, they'd say, well, one of their people should have the same modeling contract. No, that's not how things work. Some ethnicities like certain looks, other ethnicities like other looks. Some people like the way a person walks, the way a person talks, the way a person presents themselves, and then some people like other things. There's different categories in the modeling industry where there's upscale modeling, dressing down modeling, and then there's different casual modeling or high fashion modeling or catalog modeling. So in reference to your government dumbass trying to steal a person's career, you need to face life in prison or the death penalty, pretty much. And that raw protocol in the media is there for a lot of reasons. Because it tells you what I'm the owner of on a side document. You know, it's in the media, it's on TV, and a blueprint of information of some things, you know. So in reference to the government man trying to play tricks, claiming they thought, oh, they wanted to be the jealous nene person of, why would he be famous? Why you be famous? Why you be famous? I was born famous, dumbass. I have seniority in Hollywood. Both my parents was fashion designers. Both my parents was directors and writers and producers and cinematographers. Both my parents was business tycoons. My grandfathers was tycoons in America, weren't they? So in reference to the information of government, look up the information if they were. Now, in reference to the government trying to play stupid and them holding me hostage because they were trying to conjure up some trick, they need to get prosecuted. Them trying to rape me, any person that raped me or tried to rape me must get prosecuted. These government people, or these people tried to steal sperm or genetics, or these people holding me hostage, claiming, oh, this man didn't want you to be at your mother and father's mansions. Let's see the deeds to the property. No, you don't have a goddamn motherfucking thing to say. And you won't ever. Do you come from that neighborhood? Isn't it funny? These people that are trying to block me from Beverly Hills and trying to block me from my mother and father's mansions are trying to claim that they thought they were in Beverly Hills before my parents. Isn't that strange? And my grandparents. There's seniority in Beverly Hills, government man. My parents owned properties. My father owned Beverly Hills and Bel Air and built it. And my grandparents did too. Or my grandfather did, didn't he? Look at the early years of Beverly Hills and Bel Air. So in reference to your tricks and your games of saying, well, these people won't want to be in movies, or you're not, I don't give a fuck. Like it says on those documents, every house is supposed to be open for me in Beverly Hills because I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates. Meaning, like in reference to a property in Beverly Hills, and safety from criminals, safety from thieves, and stupid satellite controllers trying to spy on things, them trying to make up shit. It's very serious. So, in reference to female celebrities that know me and that have hung out with me or spent time with me in Hollywood at any time when I was younger, any time up until now, and girls that plan on spending time with me in the future as a friend or maybe a girlfriend or whichever, go ahead and make some of those videos. And just say, hey, we plan on hanging out with him in the future. Why are you holding him hostage, government man? Don't be messing up his looks because we're going to be hanging out with him in the future. And you're not, Mr. Government Man. So don't be marking on him and messing up his teeth and face is what somebody would say. Dumbass government man.